Welcome back. Well, pregnancy and the birth of a child is typically greeted with excitement, joy, and anticipation. But for many new parents, it can be the cause of significant mental distress. It was recently World Maternal Mental Health Day, which aims to help bring attention to some of the struggles faced by expecting and new mothers. And in this week's segment of Get Psyched with Dr. Janine, we'll discuss the importance of highlighting these struggles. Joining us in studio is Dr. Janine Hubbard. Welcome.
Thanks so much for having me.
So we've all heard about the baby blues. Is that what we're talking about here this evening?
A little bit. What we do is when we refer to the perinatal period, that's anything from right from conception to about 1 year after the birth of a baby. And we know that most moms, new moms, do go through a lot of mixed emotions and lack of sleep in about the first 2-week period after the baby has been born. But what we're concerned about is when that period goes beyond the 2 weeks or starts to really get in the way of day-to-day ability to, take care of yourself, take care of the baby, take care of other family members. That's really what we're talking about here.
How common an issue is this?
Believe it or not, what we found is about 1 in 5 Canadian women report concerns about their maternal mental health, and here in Newfoundland and Labrador, it's about 1 in 4. So the things we're talking about here, anxiety and depression are the most common, but what people often aren't thinking about are things like onset of obsessive compulsive symptoms, things like intrusive thoughts, pervasive worries about hurting the baby, and people are often really worried about talking about it. We've seen things like pregnancy triggering bipolar disorder, panic disorder, and even psychosis. So it's something that we really want to make sure we're talking about because it is such a common issue.
What about fathers? We often talk about mothers.
We do, and we think about the hormonal effect, but we forget about the impact of just the huge change in lifestyle and, all of those worries. So we actually find about 1 in 10 men report having anxiety and mood concerns sometime during that perinatal period.
So there's a new organization that is set out to help with this for new parents, and I understand it's called the Perinatal Mental Health Alliance. What can you tell us about that?
It's a wonderful new, we now have a Newfoundland and Labrador chapter, and I encourage folks to check out their website, look for some information, whether you're a new or expecting parent yourself or you know someone in your life who is in that situation. It outlines a lot of the concerns that we're talking about here tonight, and it shows where to get help. And again, the big goal, why I wanted to talk about this tonight, is to raise awareness of how common these issues are and make sure that people are talking about it. Talk with your friends, your family, your loved one, talk with your family physician, speak with your OB/GYN or your public health nurse, because there are treatments available. But it's often one of the remaining areas of mental health stigma that we still don't talk about. So we want to make sure it's out in the open tonight.
Okay, an excellent resource, and that website is pmhanl.com. Dr. Hubbard, thanks so much for being here once again this evening.
As always, thanks for having me.